What do President Donald Trump, country music star Raelynn, Ambassador Lindy Blanchard, evangelist Alveda King, and media host Sebastian Gorka have in common? Well, they were all together with us at the Moms for America Mothers of Influence Award banquet in Mar-a-Lago. Yep, and today we are giving you all the highlights from this amazing event. Stay with us. Welcome to the Moms for America podcast. Each week, special guests tackle the issues facing the moms of America today. Discussions include personal stories and advice on how moms can build a strong foundation of faith, family, and freedom in their homes and country. Hi, moms. I'm Debbie Curlitis, your host, and thank you once again for joining us here today. Super welcome. And always here at the top of the show, I want to invite everyone to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your mama friends. We do appreciate that, and that's how we get our word out and our message. Also, if you are new to Moms for America, welcome. I want to invite you to join our movement here at Moms for America. We are moms uniting all across the country to fight for family, faith, freedom, and the Constitution. So we welcome you to our sisterhood, and please check us out. All of our information is on our website at momsforamerica.us. So check us out there, okay? Alrighty, on to today's program. Well, last month, we had a blast here at Moms for America. It was our third annual Mothers of Influence Awards luncheon. Like I said, it took place in December in Florida at the lovely Mar-a-Lago. It was such a beautiful event, and it included some remarkable honorees, including, yes, the man himself, President Trump stopped by. Well, today we're bringing you highlights of this event so you can experience the best moments from this inspirational gathering. Well, we began the event with opening comments from various Moms for America speakers. Hadass Levy sang a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And we were also honored to have General Michael Flynn speak. He opened up with the Pledge of Allegiance first. It was amazing. And he just is a great supporter of Moms for America. And here's what he had to say.
I don't think that we ever realized that we would be in this place, in this moment, in this time, in this country. Most people cannot fathom that if you don't understand the ebbs and flows of history, particularly world history and definitely U.S. history. But here we are. Here we are. We have about 330 days left or so, give or take a few days, until a presidential election is going to occur. And if you follow me very closely, I don't even know if we're going to have one. I say that, because if I'm on their team, I can understand a scenario where, why have it, right? They are in charge, they're in power, they have all the levers of power. But we have to fight, we have to be on the field, and we have to leave everything that we have on the field as though we're going to have an election. Now, whether it's going to be a fair election is really up to many people in this room and certainly a lot of people around this country. Because if we don't have a fair election, right, then we don't have a country, we don't have a republic, we don't have any of this stuff. When I met Kimberly Fletcher a couple of years ago, just little petite gal filled with fire. I mean, just unbelievable. And she started to tell me about this organization, and she's been doing this since 2004. She's a wonderful, wonderful leader. And one of the things that I had spoken to her about before, because a lot of times we get emotional and we will shed a tear for the times that we are in. And what I want people in this room to understand is that when you see somebody shed a tear, especially a mom, it's not a tear of weakness. It is a tear of determination. And every mom, my mom is deceased now. I have 4 sisters, but I also have 4 brothers. We are determined, certainly my family, right, the Flynn family, we are determined to not allow this country to go the direction that a very small group of people want to take it, which is really, if you study any parts of history, study the Bolshevik Revolution of the late 1910s, early 1920s, it's very similar things happening. And so this is not like we say with presidential elections that this is the most important, because we've said that about every presidential election. probably since, the early 1800s. This is actually the most consequential election in the history of our country, of our experiment in democracy and our constitutional republic. This is it. This is it. And when I look at the voter turnout, because you're going to hear me say more about voter turnout when I look at elections and we have voter turnout of 10%, 20%, 35%, we cannot win an election with voter turnout like that. Okay? We cannot. We have to get everybody out there. Presidential elections obviously have a lot more. So I am a big fan of Kimberly Fletcher. I'm a big fan of Moms for America. You cannot give enough. You cannot give enough to this organization.
Wow, do we appreciate General Flynn. He is a great supporter of ours. And thanks so much for those great words, General Flynn. If you're listening, we do appreciate you. He does share Moms for America all across the country and the importance of this organization. So he's a rock star. Alrighty. Well, after that, I did get a chance to make some comments to, I would say there's probably 450 moms, mostly moms in attendance from all across the country and our supporters. So I gave some comments, and then Kimberly, who is our president and founder, Kimberly Fletcher, gave her comments to the amazing crowd there. So let's take a listen.
Our children must have a country where they can grow, learn, hope, and dream. I have been with Moms for America just about 8 years. I kind of think about Sam Sorbo in the house and some different people. We all met when Kimberly decided to do a special event, Mom's March. And we got together as an alternative to the Women's March. And since then, the past 8 years, the movement has taken on a very powerful, I guess I would say it's beyond us. The movement is beyond us because it isn't about us, it is about our children. Even though this organization's been around for 20 years, nothing has ever fallen through the loop. Kim has kept this organization on path and on mission. We know that moms are truly the heartbeat of America. They are the heartbeat of the home. We say this, we support moms coast to coast, the ultimate support group. Because, conservative moms really feel like they don't have a voice. They don't have a place. They don't have a support team. And we are here supporting them.
Maybe you don't think that what you're doing is important. Maybe you think it's inconsequential. But it doesn't matter if you're running a radio show or you're cleaning a freaking bathroom for the 7th time, you are changing the world. And I want you to know that. Because mothers truly are the last best hope of America, and without incredible people like Sebastian Gorka out there on the airways pushing truth, what do we have? We have to all work together with our talents. And then when we're really lucky, we get someone in the White House who says moms are champions and America comes first. And I don't care what anybody says, I'm still convinced that man won California. So I want to just tell you, repeat this quote by Mark Twain. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man and brave, but hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs them nothing to be a patriot. You are the patriots in this room. It is a good word because it means that you care about the very foundation of this country, the principles and values that made America the freest, most prosperous nation on earth, and it will not go down on my watch. Frederick Douglass said, "It is easier to build strong children than repair broken men." So while the world is trying to repair broken men, we as mothers are raising those strong children who are going to rise up and carry the standard of liberty, raise the standard of civility, and they are going to say, yo, crazy, and we're fixing this. We have something really exciting happening, and I don't know if you even know it. We have the greatest generation And it jumps to Gen X, those of us who drank out of the fire hose, never wore seat belts, came home when the lights came on. And then there was Gen Y. Why? And then there was Gen Z, scratches their heads a lot. I'm telling you, sorry, all you Gen Yers, you're the cool ones. You know they started over again? We're at Generation Alpha, and they are going to save us.
Well, as you can tell, Kimberly Fletcher is an amazing speaker. We call her the inspirational mama, and just everybody loves her, and we so appreciate all her hard work. By the way, Moms for America is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. So Moms for America has just been around for quite a while doing amazing things, and we do owe a lot of it to Kimberly. So thank you, Kimberly. Then we kind of moved on to our special honorees, our Mothers of Influence recipients. So let me tell you about who we had first. And you might recognize this lovely lady. She's an amazing country music singer-songwriter. That is Raelynn. Do you know Raelynn? Oh, she's the sweetest little thing ever. She first burst onto the hearts of America on The Voice. She was Blake Shelton's special girl. She has been both a chart-topping singer and a sought-after songwriter, partnering again with Blake Shelton and Jason Aldean. Her music is just amazing. It's beautifully written, it's from the heart, and it's very, very personal. Some of her originals are Boyfriend and God Made Girls, which certified gold on her album Wild Horses. If you haven't checked out Raelynn, please do. My husband and I sat with her and her husband Josh. She has been married. I don't know how long she's been married, but she's got a beautiful little girl. I think she's about 2 years old, Daisy. And they're just a really dynamic couple. And she is just a wonderful young mother. So here's Raelynn.
First, I want to thank President Trump for opening up your beautiful home. Me and my family are forever grateful for the sacrifices your family has made to fight for the freedoms we hold too dear to in this country. God bless you, and I've never been more excited to vote for you in my life. Here's to 2024 and winning the presidential election for a third time in a row. And Trump, if you can hear me, my father-in-law, Mark, is your biggest fan. So if he got to meet you, I would be the best daughter-in-law in the world. So anyways, I'm truly honored and humbled to stand before you today as the recipient of the Mothers of Influence Award. Honestly, I thought you had to have a minimum of 3 children to get an award like this, but it turns out you only have to have 1. Previous recipients of this award are mothers I look up to in many ways. My governor of Arizona, the amazing firecracker she is, Carrie Lake. The beautiful former First Lady with the best style and heart, Miss Melania Trump. And someone who has been a huge advocate for the pro-life movement, a true hero in my eyes, fighting for life in the womb, the one and only Pam Tebow. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the organizers of this event for recognizing the impact that mothers have made in this country. The dream for my life, ever since I was a little girl, was to write songs, be a country music artist like Dolly Parton, get married, and have a big family because I was obsessed with the movie Cheaper by the Dozen. I have accomplished already more than I could have ever prayed for, all because of God's goodness and the faith I've carried through my journey. My motto since I started singing on stages at 15 years old was to always lead with kindness, love, and most of all, Jesus. The way I would talk about my values and what mattered most to me in my life would be through music and songwriting. I've always been unapologetically pro-life, had conservative values, and been an advocate for our military, especially being the wife to a Green Beret, my husband, Josh Davis. But again, I never felt comfortable to speak too much on my beliefs because I'm not a politician. I'm not even a very political person. I could tell you that my insulin was cheaper when Trump was president and not when Obama was, but other than that, I didn't have much to go off of. But my thoughts were, I just need to sing and write songs that matter to me and my fans and stay in the lane I felt comfortable in. I was okay with this stance and just keeping my mouth shut until the day I saw 2 pink lines on January 3rd, 2021. That moment, I was forever changed. I didn't become a mom when I gave birth. I became a mother when I saw that, yes, you are pregnant. At that moment, the mama bear energy every woman in this room has, God was brewing in me. The devil on my shoulder wanted me to believe that no one would care what I had to say, no one would care what I believed. But in that moment, I didn't care what anyone thought about me in the music industry because all I care about is what my daughter thinks about her mother. I wanted in that moment to stand up for her life and her children. That's what truly matters. The legacy we leave behind is for them. I want my daughter to be someone who is proud of her beliefs, stands up for what is right, has faith in God's greater plan, and respects herself enough to say what is on her heart. And the only way she is going to do that is by her dad and I leading by example and for standing up for her while she is growing up. There are so many amazing women in this room today, strong and resilient mothers who have paved the way for your children and generations to follow. Your sacrifices, love, and unwavering support have shaped the mother I am today and so many more. Motherhood is a journey of selflessness, compassion, and boundless love. It's a journey that often goes unnoticed and uncelebrated, but today we stand together to honor the influential force that mothers are continuing to shape in our world. I also have one more person to honor, and that's my beautiful daughter, Daisy Ray. She is 2 years old and already the most social, full of life and spunk girl. You have taught me the true meaning of love and sacrifice. You're my greatest joy, and being your mother is the greatest privilege of my life and the reason why I get to stand on this stage right now. Thank you guys so much for this honor, and I love you so much. Mwah.
What a sweet message that mama shared. You can just see how important it is to her, to being a mom, and what it was like when she found out she was pregnant. And she's just the sweetest thing and just the sweetest mama. So congratulations, Raelynn, and we appreciate you. All right. Well, another rock star mama was Ambassador Lindy Blanchard. She was absolutely lovely. Lindy proudly served under President Trump as ambassador to Slovenia, a beautiful European country that just happens to be the birthplace of Melania Trump. Yes. She is also a successful businesswoman and senior advisor to be in a management company, a real estate investment firm. Miss Blanchard also founded the non-for-profit 100X Development Foundation. Lindy is amazing, sweetest thing. Her and her husband Johnny were there. They have 2 biological children and 5, yes, listen to that, 5 adopted children. I can't wait for you to hear from Lindy.
You know, I was telling Kimberly backstage, I'm a mom to 8, so that's okay. We're tied, and tie goes to the first announce, so she wins. But anyway, I have 5 of my daughters here with me today, and I want them to stand up. We look like the United Nations. And my wonderful husband who puts up with us all, and thank you, Johnny. And honestly, I was shocked because to me, I'm just a typical mom. We were having discussions on the way here. We were laughing as a family because my children said things like, do they know that, you know, when the dogs make messes, you still clean up after the dogs? And, you know, if they only saw us behind the scenes. And some things like, even this week, one of the girls in the kitchen, the milk's spoiled. And we bought it the day before. And Johnny was like, are you serious? You're going to start your school day out like this? So, I mean, we still have fun. They keep us young. And we love every minute of it, even when we served abroad together as a family. And I want you to know that serving for President Trump was the honor of a lifetime, besides family first, honestly, and God first above that. But, you know, it's a job to be ambassador of a country, and especially, how about the First Lady? It was her country, so you feel that respect. Let's give the First Lady a hand, because honestly, when you're in the grind of it, it's a 24/7 job. It never ends, just like motherhood. And my family was there the whole time. We were blessed to be named the largest family ever for the residents, and so you can imagine. Plus, we had 4 dogs with us. And you can imagine trying to get home after serving abroad with 4 dogs. That's not easy, and all the children. So when I was ambassador, and General Flynn, you'll appreciate this, and not a lot of people know, because it was the First Lady's country, we were at risk. And all people serving abroad from the U.S. are at risk. And President Trump took the risk seriously. We had bad players in the country because it was the First Lady's country. And what happened was they had to double down on our security. And I'm thankful they did. And that's the type president and leader that we had and we will have in the future for this next election. On that night, when one of the bad players decided to wreak havoc on our residents, my team came rushing in, my security team came rushing in to protect us. They grabbed me. This is 9 p.m. at night. The first thing you do as an ambassador is what? It's not what you think. When you're a mom, when they were grabbing me and escorting me to a secure area, and my voice is shaking because it's sensitive, I said, "Get my girls." That's the first thing you say. That's the first thing you think about as a mom. And that's why this organization is so important, because the moms are the ones that take it to heart. And they dig deep when it comes to the life and lifestyle of their children. And that's what happened that night. My heart sunk when my team said, "Ambassador, we have to secure you first and then go back and get your girls." So to be a part of an organization that supports women in general and puts them to the forefront, to me is unbelievable to just be a part of it, because I would have never guessed that our family, as normal as it is, would be recognized. And mentioning the wokeness, I mean, we still have 3 high school students. And when we walked into Target and saw a display, and my children had to just ask me in the car what that meant, and it was a tuck bathing suit display, that's when you know there are issues, when you have to explain that to your child, when that is front and center, that they're able to see. And so I am so thankful that we have women that are so strong, that are a part of this, moms, like Kimberly said, it's not women, it's moms, that it's just sad that you have to see it and see. And I want to correlate all the moms in the audience to ambassadors, because you're ambassadors of your own embassy. You're protecting and directing your own embassy for the future. You're also generals of your own troops. And I say that because we equipped our families with what they need, and that's the armor. And that's his armor of protections, Ephesians 6. And so I give it back to you, all the moms in the audience. You all deserve the award, and I'm thankful to be here. But remember, Ephesians 6, the protection, and pray that protection over President Trump, because he's the only one that can take this country and move it forward like we all want to, our future families, generations to live in. So thank you so much. I love being a mother because we are the ones that raise the next generation of leaders, the next president, the next vice president, and on and on.
So true, Lindy, about how we as moms, we are generals of the troops, right? We do that. We are guiding and directing and leading our families. So thanks again, Lindy, for being an amazing mentor and a great role model for moms all across America. It's amazing to see what moms are doing in their homes, in their community, and being an ambassador and a mother of adopted kids. I just loved her. She was really something. Alrighty, well, our last Mother of Influence Award goes to Dr. Alveda King. I know you know who she is. If you don't, you got to really catch up on her. What an amazing mama she is. Dr. King, of course, is a niece of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Her political identity, and I love this, is Christian. How about that? And she courageously supports pro-life, women's rights, traditional family values, and President Trump, by the way. Dr. King served as his presidential advisor for Black Voices. So she is, I don't even know what I call Dr. King. I'd probably call her whippersnapper. She was so fun. She is a grateful mother of 6, and she calls herself a blessed grandmother. So she did all kinds of great inspirational words to our moms, did a little singing too. So here's Dr. Alveda King.
Can you put your right hand over your heart for a minute? And if you know this, you can sing it or hum it along. I'm just going to do a couple of seconds. 'Tis the old ship of Zion. 'Tis the old ship of Zion. 'Tis the old ship of Zion. Get on board, get on board. Hallelujah! Praise Jesus! The Moms for America are already on board, and it's not an accident that Kimberly and I wore red. It's time for moms to roar. Yes! Red, the fire of God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's very important as a mother of 6 and grandmother, I greet all of you on behalf of every mother, and it's a blessing for me to accept this honor today. And you know, President Trump did many things in his first time, and one thing he said was we can say Merry Christmas again, didn't he? And we released our Christmas album during that time, and the name of it is Merry Christmas Again. So I'm glad to be here in the home of President and First Lady Trump. I still call them that, and it is as it should be. So I'm glad to be here with you. I'm following in some pretty heavy footsteps, and I'm aware of it. And the chairman of our board at America First Policy Institute, Linda McMahon, was here last year. And so I'm just walking right on with you. And I think it's very important that you stay connected, moms. You have to stay connected. Now, Kimberly mentioned the Indiana Jones movie, right? There was another movie called The Postman. Did anybody see that? The Postman with Costner a long time ago. And he was stumbling around. It was the apocalypse, and he found a bag of old mail. And he began to deliver that mail back across America and through perils and trials, but he was carrying good news and love, faith, hope, and love, and reconnecting people. And at the end, America blossomed again. So I'm saying to the moms, stay connected, remain friends as members of the one blood, one human race from the womb to the tomb into eternity. One blood, one race. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Some of my friends, y'all who came with me, wave to the folks around you, please. Some of my own friends and family and staff came with me, and all of you are my sisters' moms. It's time to keep roaring. Roar, roar, connect, reconnect. Take faith, hope, and love with you. Keep smiling, keep shining, and that's what friends are for. Now, Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Moms for America with faith, hope, love, humility, power, grace, forgiveness, all of the things that are before us and belong to us as a national movement of moms reclaiming our culture for truth, family freedom, and the Constitution. Keep roaring, stay connected, grow together, keep smiling and keep shining, and keep marching forward. Continue to activate, empower, and mobilize America's moms to promote and advance freedom in our homes, communities, and through our vote. God bless America. Now, hey, can y'all join hands for a minute? And I always say this, if you don't like the person next to you, smile and nobody will ever know the difference. Grab those hands, okay? Because we have to practice this. We really have to practice. I'm going to walk on off from here, but we're going to start this little song as I take my seat. This little light of mine, do y'all know it? I'm going to let it shine. Keep singing.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
See, I told you, very inspirational, each of these mothers. How about it? Just amazing. And if you don't know a lot about Dr. King, go ahead, check out her story, and you'll find out why she is so amazingly pro-life, and just really a great champion for moms and conservative values. They're very dear to her heart. So we love you, Dr. King. All right. So now moving on to some of our other special awards. We always do a Champion of Freedom award. And this year we chose a really interesting guy who has just been a great voice for conservative values and for the truth. It's Dr. Sebastian Gorka. So Dr. Gorka, if you don't know him, get in touch with him, listen to his podcast. He's an amazing guy. He was born in London to parents who escaped from the communist revolution in Hungary. And this is very important to his story, and he talks about this so much. But his background includes work in the security and intelligence agencies in London, Hungary, and Germany. In the U.S., Dr. Gorka served as the assistant deputy strategist for President Trump. He is recognized as one of the leading authorities on terrorism and Islamic ideology. Dr. Gorka hosts his own show. Like I said, make sure you check that out on Newsmax and radio show on Salem Radio. And we were really honored to present him with the Champion of Freedom Award. And again, he just shared such an inspirational speech, and we're going to share some of that right now.
The founding fathers were geniuses. Why? Because it's cool to be president, it's cool to be senator, it's cool to be a congressman, but you're really irrelevant. Because where is America? It's at the community center board. It's at the local commissioner. It's at the local school board. People ask me every day, and they call into the show and they DM me on Twitter and say, I've had it. What are you going to do about election fraud? And I'm not going to vote again. You know, I always say, and I hope it pisses them off, what am I going to do about it? What are you doing about it? Are you running for a local board like my wife? Are you working 16-hour days on election day? Are you knocking? How many doors did your team knock on this election in Virginia? 18,000. 18,000. What? Are you just bitching and moaning on social media, or are you saving America?
The freedom we have here in the US is absolutely unique because we are the only nation on God's green earth that is predicated, is founded on the fact that all men are created equal. Why? Because we are made in the image of our Creator. That word Creator with the capital C is used in our founding document. There is no nation like America that is based upon that principle, and it is a principle we have to fight for every single day, and that's exactly what Moms for America is doing.
Well, like I said, Dr. Gorka, amazing, very inspirational, very passionate about making a change, and that you just can't complain. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? And that's why Moms for America here, you that are listening, we are all playing a role in taking back our country and fighting for freedom. All righty. Well, last but certainly not least, the big guy came. It was so great to have President Trump. Well, right last month, or I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it, but I had the opportunity to interview President Trump on the Moms for America podcast. So if you haven't listened to that, check that out. Go back in the archives last month. That was amazing. So this was kind of the second time. I've met him quite a few times, but this is the second time that it was really up close and personal. Um, the first year that we did Mar-a-Lago, our first Mother of Influence, he did stop by and we had a chance to say hello to him and he came up and talked to the crowd of moms. But this year he was scheduled and it was absolutely amazing. What would I say? The room was electric. They were really hyped up about seeing President Trump. He really made this very personal. I had a chance to go and meet him in the VIP room, greet him. He met some of our staff and some of our board members. And then he kind of came into the room and just greeted everybody and was just so personable and just really said some wonderful things. The only thing is that Mar-a-Lago is his home, and so they really prefer that we don't do recordings of him. So he spoke, and he did a wonderful job, probably for about 45 minutes to our crowd, and had a wonderful time. Was super appreciative of the Founding Fathers Award, which was the award that we presented. Kimberly and I were on stage with him, and that was the first Founding Fathers Award that Moms for America has ever done. So we just have a little bit of footage, a little bit of him greeting and mentioning how special it is. So I'll play that right now, but I'll tell you when he came into the room, I I don't know how many cameras. I think, like I said, there's about 450 people there. Everybody was just up there greeting him, taking photos, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about his departure after we listen to this.
I'll put that in a place of honor, great honor. That's a fantastic award, and we appreciate it very much. And it's good to have everybody at Mar-a-Lago. I didn't want to have any trouble finding the stairs like Joe Biden. He can never find the stairs. The other night, they had 3 sets of stairs. No matter where you went, there were stairs, and he couldn't find them. And he's supposed to get us out of a nuclear problem? I don't think so. We've never had more danger than we have right now, frankly, as a country.
Well, like I mentioned, we couldn't share all of that because we didn't record it. We honored their wishes, but everybody was so excited when he spoke. I will tell you some of the things that he spoke about, and he did have a blast with our group there, our moms and our attendees. He talked about the importance of moms, his moms, the importance that moms make every day in their home and in their country. He talked about the importance of parents and parental rights, and fighting for our freedom and the upcoming election and the Constitution and what he would like to see and what he is hoping to do. So it was very personal and it was very, very inspiring. The other thing I'll mention is on the way out, they had told me, they're like, Deb, we'll give you a play out song for President Trump when he leaves, and he'll shake some hands and take some photos on the way out. Well, here you go. He not only went out, he went down and he shook hands. He came around, he shook hands, he went back up, he shook hands, did photos, he went back around, came down again. I think we played about 4 or 5 songs from his playlist, and it was amazing. I think he tried to shake everybody's hand in the room. That's how much he loved our group and how much we loved him. So it was just a blast, and we so appreciated him coming by. Super cool. Well, it was just such an amazing event, and congratulations again to all of our honorees. You're just special people, and that's why we love honoring you. And to our moms, you are special people. You're fighting for your families, you're fighting for our country, you're fighting for your kids every day. I did want to go ahead and mention a special event that's coming up for all of our moms to attend. It is the 20th anniversary of Moms for America. Can you believe that? I've been with the organization 8 years, but Kim did start this organization 20 years ago in her front room. We're going to be doing a great summit and a gala in Dallas, and I can't wait. I hope you can join us. It's February 29th through March 2nd. Tickets are on sale right now. I would love to have you. It's going to be so inspiring, inspirational, powerful, powerful, powerful 3 days with panels and exclusive interviews and You never know who's going to come, but it'll just be a great time of really bringing hope to our moms. So go ahead, check that out. Our Moms for America 20th Anniversary Summit and Gala in Dallas, Texas. I really do hope to see you there. Alrighty, moms. I do want to remind everybody else that's listening here, if you are new and you haven't checked out our website, on there will be everything about Dallas and photos and all the kind of stuff from about Mar-a-Lago and our past events. But visit momsforamerica.us. Check out all of our amazing resources. We have so many of them: webinars, seminars, everything, events, programs. Please go there. Also, check out our cottage meetings, 12 lessons that will inspire you about America and the 12 principles of liberty. So check out our cottage meetings. All that information is there. We have everything for you as a mama as you raise your family and you raise your kids and you figure out education and health and just the whole culture. We're here to provide all that information for you. Sign up for our newsletter. That's also on our website. And if you have a suggestion or a topic for the podcast, would you email me at podcast@momsforamerica.net? I always love hearing from you. All right, moms, we say this every week. We believe that liberty begins at home with you, mama, and that you are the heartbeat of America and the heartbeat of your home. So we just every week want to encourage you, empower you, inspire you as a mom. So please join us next week for another informative discussion for moms just like you. We've got a great year planned. Let your moms know about the Moms for America podcast, and I'll see you back here next week. And remember, let's keep changing our world one home at a time. Thanks.